Hi, both. Thanks for joining us today on our Business Gurus channel, where we will be discussing key business topics to help students grasp the most important elements of their course in preparation for their exams and future career. Let's get started.
Welcome. Today we're doing a deep dive into a really key part of the competitive environment, product range.
That's right.
We've got this slide here, some source material that, well, it really lays out why businesses might offer such a wide variety of things.
hmm
So our mission really is to unpack the thinking behind that, behind expanding the product line.
And crucially, the other side of the coin, the challenges that come with it.
Exactly. Let's try and figure out why a company like, say, IKEA ends up selling literally thousands of different items. It's pretty complex when you think about it.
It is. And the material really zeroes in on this. It shows how, fundamental having a range is for attracting customers, but also for keeping them, especially when the market's crowded.
Okay, so let's unpack that first part. The source kicks off with a pretty clear point. Businesses often need, or find it useful, to offer a wide range.
Yeah, specifically to pull in new customers and make sure the existing ones stick around.
And it puts this squarely in the context of just competing effectively.
Right. And it gets, I think, right to the heart of customer segmentation. Because different people want different things, obviously, different needs, tastes.
Sure.
So a wider range is like casting a wider net. You're basically upping your chances of having something that appeals to a specific person, right, when they're looking.
Ah, okay. More shots on goal, essentially.
Exactly. More chances for that first sale, and then more reasons for them to think of you next time they need something else.
And the material gives us that perfect, maybe slightly mind-boggling example. IKEA. Over 12,000 products.
Yeah, that number alone tells a story, doesn't it?
It really does.
It's not just sofas and shelves, it's lamps, kitchen stuff, even food like the meatballs. The source points out this huge range serves their, well, incredibly broad customer base.
Makes sense.
But it also highlights that it's not static. They're always bringing in new stuff, phasing out old stuff. It has to be dynamic, like a living catalog.
Okay, so the upside seems clear. Appeal to more people, keep them coming back for more variety. But that scale, it immediately makes you ask about the flip side.
Mm-hmm.
What does the material say are the big risks when you offer so much?
Yeah, that's the crucial question, because that variety, it creates friction, significant friction. The source flags, three main challenges.
Okay.
Higher costs, more intense competition challenges, and the complexity of quality control.
Right, higher costs. That feels pretty intuitive. I mean,
Yeah.
making, stocking, selling thousands of different things, queues.
It's cues, yeah. Stock keeping units.
That just has to be more complex, more expensive than dealing with just a handful of products.
Absolutely. Think about the sheer operational tangle. Sourcing materials for all sorts of different items, managing these intricate supply chains,
Sourcing.
warehousing, thousands of distinct products, yeah.
Yeah.
And just the capital tied up in all that inventory, even marketing that's more fragmented, trying to reach different people for different products, it all adds up.
Okay, that makes sense. But the point about increased competition,
Yeah.
that's interesting. How does offering more actually make you face more competition? You'd think it might make you the go-to place.
You'd hope so, right? But the material suggests it's not quite like that. While you offer breadth, you suddenly find yourself competing against specialists in every single one of those little niches.
Oh.
So a company that only makes, say, lamps might do it better or cheaper or innovate faster on lamps than a giant company doing lamps and thousands of other things.
Right, so you're fighting on all these different fronts.
Exactly, against players who might be laser focused on just one of those battlefields.
Okay, I see. You're broad, but maybe not as deep or competitive in any single category compared to someone who only does that one thing.
Precisely. And then the third one, quality control.
Yeah, with 12,000 items,
Yeah.
how on earth do you keep the quality consistent?
It just gets exponentially harder. More suppliers, different materials, varied manufacturing processes. It creates so many more potential points where things can go wrong.
And I guess a slip up in one area could hurt whole brand.
That's the risk highlighted. A dip in quality, even in one small product category out of thousands, could really damage how people see the entire brand's reliability. They might start thinking, if this is dodgy, what about everything else? It's a huge vulnerability when you operate at that scale.
Wow. Okay. So summing up then, we've seen a wide product range is, well, clearly a powerful tool. It helps attract customers, keep them loyal by meeting diverse needs IKEA being the giant example there.
Mm-hmm.
But this deep dive into the source really shows it's a strategy loaded with serious challenges. You've got rising costs, these tricky competitive dynamics across different niches.
And that critical risk of maintaining quality control across everything.
It's definitely a high-stakes balancing act. It seems
Yeah.
product range is just fundamental to how many businesses compete.
Absolutely.
And this whole discussion, it really makes you think, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
what is the perfect number of products? How do companies even figure out that sweet spot?
Is there even such a thing as an ideal size? Or is it always changing depending on the market, the company?
Right. Something to definitely mull over next time you're, facing that wall of choices in a store.
Thanks to both of you for joining us today. You've been listening to the Business Gurus. Let's now hand it over to you. What further questions do you have based on what we've discussed so far? Leave a comment and we'll get back to you right away. If you haven't already, hit that follow for more business tips.